you come home at this time, be home at that time, you know what I mean? And I'm sure a lot of people can relate. But you also have independence because now you're by yourself. You need to develop. He helps your development skills. He helps you to grow as a person. But also living at home also has its benefits as well. One of the benefits is that obviously you don't spend as much money because you're living at home. They probably cook food for you as well at home as well, so you don't gotta worry too much about food. Obviously you're around your family and things. I think it really depends. If for me, the way I see this is, if you have a family where you feel very comfortable, you feel very secure, you feel as if your family gives you a peace of mind, then yeah, stay at home. And if you feel like you can achieve all the things that you want to do, or things that you want to do, stay at home for sure. If you feel like you're in a toxic environment and you don't feel like you can develop and grow and independence, then obviously I'm not saying abandon your family, but also you also need to do you and be independent. So I think it really depends on you and the reasons why they want you to move out. So I think it really depends on you. So I think you should definitely look at the pros and cons of the situation, see what's best for you, and try and reason with your parents as well to understand why they don't want you to move out. And then obviously from there you can make your own decision. So, but for me, like I said, I moved out for home. I haven't lived at home for the last 7 years plus now, and to be honest with you, I absolutely love it. Actually, I like it because I can come into my house, no noise, no headache, no one's disturbing me, and I come in peace, and I can come in at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's gonna stand at the door waiting for me, and my mom doesn't have to panic and get scared. And because my mom does get a bit scared, and especially when you're not coming home at a certain time, she can't sleep, she's a bit scared and she's wary, and obviously it's understandable. But when I'm not living at home, I don't need to have all those things at the back of my mind. So like I said, you need to look at the pros and cons of it, and you can make your right decision. Okay, now the final one is definitely one you need to tune in for, because this is very, very interesting, and I'm sure you're not going to be disappointed. So stay tuned. Final one, trust me, like I said, you will not be disappointed. This is a mad one. He says, I spent almost 7k, not 7 naira or 7,000 naira, no, 7,000 pounds on one weekend on my girlfriend. And the restaurant we went to, she complained the food was disgusting. I felt my efforts were a bit unappreciated, but what should I do? Wow, 7,000 pounds. Wow, that's literally that's 1/3 of some people's salary in the UK. That's 1/3 of someone's salary in the UK that this guy spent on his girlfriend in one weekend. Wow. In 2 days. Wow. Let me check how much 7,000 pounds is in Nigerian currency, in naira. Wow. 7,000 pounds in Nigeria currency is 3,927,392.70p. 3 million. Wow. 7,000 pounds. 3 million. Wow. Someone spent that in 2 days, in one weekend. Anyways, the point is, my guy spent that amount of money in 2 days. That's some people's salary. That's even like some people's house rent for 1 year in the UK. Because we're paying about £500 a month for rent, times by 12, that's about £6,000. Someone paid over that amount. Someone's rent, someone paid that in 2 days. Wow. And you know what? There's two ways to look at this, actually. There's two ways to look at this. You can look at it from a broke version, and you can look at it from a rich version. Now I'm going to look at it from both sides. Number one, if you're spending that amount of money, that means this guy probably is making triple that money to be able to spend that amount of money in 2 days. Because, to be honest with you, knowing myself, there's no way I'll dash that amount of money. Because I'll be thinking about, whoa, that's a good 3-4 months of work, or even more than that, to go make that money back. So for you to dash that kind of amount of money, the guy definitely has got money, guaranteed. And that's not even factoring his house rent, his bills, his whatever. Maybe he's got mortgage or whatever. That's not even factoring this in as well. Food. So that's a lot of money. Now let me look at it from the broke version. Now when I say broke version, I mean obviously people that don't have as much money as that. Because what that showed me is, in this life, there's levels to money. Obviously, other people might look at that 7k and think, wow, okay, if you've got the money, you might think, yeah, what's 7k? That's nothing. But then other people might look at 7k and think, wow, that's just too much. There's some people that you take them out, maybe you spend like 100, 200 pounds, literally they'll be holding you like one trophy, and this person is getting 7k spent on them. If you look at it from the other version of, let's say,